Hey guys, I'm back again with a brand new video for you all. And let's try Mandibuzz this time. Mandibuzz obviously is going to be meta next season both in Ultra and Great League. A lot of the mod boys are coming in the spotlight next season like Gastrodon and Marowak, and there are a lot of other few mod boys. And also Feraligatr is going to be meta, so Mandibuzz resisting those Shadow Claws is going to be good against Feraligatr. We have to watch out for the Ice Beam obviously. And Mandibuzz can beat a lot of the neutral matchups as well. Now this time I paired Mandibuzz with Lantern and Gligar, both of which we'll be using for the last time. And surely Gligar is going to be a bye-bye next season. So yeah, without any further ado, let's start the battles here. Moving on to the first battle, it's gonna be not good lead for us. We're running Spark. I safe swap into my Gligar. Now a lot of the people don't have answer against Gligar safe swap. Now they're staying and throwing Aerialist. Now they come in with their Skarmory. The reason they did that is because they want to farm me fully down without throwing any charge moves, so that they'll be able to throw two Brave Birds against my Lantern. That is what they thought. That is why they threw one Aerialist and then they came in with their Skarmory. But you know what? That is not going to happen. You cannot double up on Brave Bird, right? And after I come in with my Lantern, after I get hit with the Brave Bird, its defense is going to get lowered and I'm going to spark it down just like this. It's going to get quite low there. A lot of the digs and aerial ace from Gligar put it very low, and that's the Brave Bird, and now they will not reach to another one. And they'll actually come in with their Annihilate, which is fine. I'll just try to grab their shield. This is going to be the Surf first move against this Annihilate. Now, their remaining Pokemon is Gligar and Annihilate, both which our Mandibuzz can handle, right? So this is going to be the Night Slash. So I bank one Surf and then come in with my Mandibuzz. Now, we know that they have Night Slash, so they will not be running Ice Punch. So that's going to be Night Slash and Shadow Ball. So they are throwing one Night Slash. They were looking for the boost there, and they come in with their Gligar. Now, we just go for the Dark Pulse. And that Shadow Gligar takes a lot of damage from that Dark Pulse. We just need to do is shield these neutral Aerial Aces. These are going to be the neutral moves. The other moves are going to be Night Slash and Shadow Ball from Annihilate, so it's better we shield these moves. So it's looking pretty good and comfortable for us. Now we can just comfortably shield and not shield as well. Build up to double areas. One to take this Gligar out and one for that Annihilate. Now this Aerialist will knock this Gligar out, and now it's only going to be their Annihilate, and they surrender the game. We take the victory there. Moving on to another battle. It's going to be a good lead for us. It's going to be Shadow Feraligatr, and they swap into their Annihilate. Even better counter swap for us. Now what a lot of people do is they will check if we shield the first Shadow Ball. If we do not, then they have the chance to flip the switch by double shielding their Annihilate. So what I suggest you is just go for the Aerial Ace before they go for the Shadow Ball. That way they cannot judge you what are you going to do. So they, like I said, they double shielded there. Now they will be able to counter us down, countering the flying type down. But I come in with my Mandibuzz, and I will not shield anything here because it's going to be the Shadow Ball against our dark type Pokemon, and I'll just fully farm them down. So there, even they flip the switch, they will not be in the good side there. They'll not be in the good spot because I'll have almost double Dark Pulse. After I fully farm this Annihilate down, we still have 2 shields, and 2 Dark Pulse is going to be enough to knock out that Shadow Feraligatr, as you can see. And we still got a full health Lantern remaining. Look at that damage that Shadow Feraligatr took, and this Dark Pulse is, I think, almost going to be enough. And yep, it was not enough, but they came in with their Clodsire. We got 2 shields, so this is now looking pretty good for us. With Clodsire against Lantern is not great for Lantern because Earthquake hits for amazing, super effective damage. But in this case we've got 2 shields, so we can just go for Surfs by shielding. Or what we can do is just give shields to our Mandibuzz, and they surrender at this time when I hit the charge move. Don't do that, guys. It will make this game stuck. I've seen a lot of guys, if this is a bad matchup, then quit the top left in good timing there, like not in the time where we throw the charge move. It's kind of like, don't force close your app. This is not like this is not good, you know. Do not force close your app. So I've seen a lot of people do that. Losing matchup, they force close the app. And moving on to another one, it's going to be a neutral lead here. It's going to be Vigoroth against our Lantern. Just go for it. What I like to do is just go for the Thunderbolt. They never shield. They are hitting at the CMP here. This is going to be like Body Slam. And just go for the Thunderbolt here. And like I said, most likely they're not willing to shield, so I come in with my Gligar. We're running Double Fire at the back, so we need to swap at some point. That is why I swap into my Gligar, and they bring in their own Gligar, throwing one Body Slam there. At CMP, I throw the Aerial. I can tank one Aerial so I don't shield. We'll reach to 2 Aerials. This is going to be our first Aerial against this Gligar, and I will just hit in 4 just before they will reach to their own Aerial. Now, most likely they will just farm us down, and they actually shield. Yep, they invest a shield, and I actually come in with my Mandibuzz, and I can tank a lot of those Aerials, right? Now, what I want to do is I don't want, they might swap. So most of the times, what I do is just go for the Aerials, not even wait for the one free turn move there. Because they might swap, and that low health Gligar also can be dangerous for our Lantern. So they had Feraligatr at the back, right? So let's just go for the Dark Pulse, and now I invest my shield for Mandibuzz. So let's just go for Aerial Ace now. Let's just go for the Aerial Ace now, and they invest the shield, and I catch their Hydro Cannon in my Lantern. And I also sneaked one Spark there, so which is like great. And this is going to be Vigoroth. Now all I need to do is take this Vigoroth out, and it doesn't matter if they farm us by 2 more Shadow Claws, because they cannot double up before I get to 1 Aerial here. Yep, they need to double up, so I'll get to the Aerial and we take the victory there. We won this battle with 1 shield remaining. So moving on to another battle, it's going to be Girafarig against our Lantern. And look at those confusion damages. And we'll CMP on Psychic Fangs. I don't know why Psychic Fangs has got that S as the plural and exclamation mark. Wow. Let's just go for the Surf. That's obvious they will shield, and I come in with my Mandibuzz, and they come in with their own Mandibuzz. So they have 1 shield remaining. I have both the shields. Now remember this matchup. I messed up in this. As you can see, I just don't throw, like I was looking away. Now what I do is I lost the count. So what I do is eventually I come into my Lantern to catch the move. Right? I lost the count here. While playing this, there we go. I went over 100 energy. That was wasted Snarl there. Just did a little bit of damage. Nothing for energy gaining there. That Snarl. Just went for the Aerial after that. So what I do is bank a lot of energy, then throw 1 Aerial, and then I try to catch the Aerial resisted in my Lantern. And there you go. I was successful catching the Aerial here. And we still don't know what they've got at the back, and they still don't know what we got at the back. So they bring in their Clodsire, which is actually a good matchup for them against our Lantern. Let's just go for the Surfs, and we will reach to another Surf. And before we reach to another Surf, they throw the energy here. This is most likely to be Stone Age. And now what I do is I come in with my Gligar. I can tank. We still have 2 shields, and I can still tank Stone Ages pretty comfortably, so I don't shield the first one there. And we need to start shielding at some point there. So I throw this Dig, which is still not going to be enough. Let's see if they want to throw the they threw the Stone Age, so I need some health in my Gligar, so I shield here. And they come in with their Girafarig, and I bank energy and then come in with my Mandibuzz. They throw the Psychic Fangs exclamation mark at my Mandibuzz. And I throw the Dark Pulse here. If this goes unshielded, this is gonna one-shot this Girafarig. Oh, I mean, they don't have shield. What am I saying? They don't have shield. So it's gonna be their Mandibuzz against our Mandibuzz, and we've got Gligar almost half health. Yeah, over half health. Gligar, and their Clodsire has yellow health. So we can tank this Aerialist. Now I save my Mandibuzz. I don't let my Mandibuzz die and then come in with my Gligar. And this match is taking so long that timer has started and they throw their move here. And I saw that timer started. So I shield. I need 2 Pokemons to win this game and it was 0 minutes and I had more health on my Gligar. So I won this battle there. Moving on to another battle. Fantastic lead for us. And they're and very good counter swap as well. Clotsar against our Gligar. So basically my opponent was hard countered there. And yep, Stone Edge pretty much comfortably tanked there. And I just go on for CMP. And let's just go for the dig here. Let's see. Most of them like don't shield, but this guy shielded. I guess they wanted to flip the switch. Obviously they had Skarmory against our Lantern, so there's gonna be another Stone Edge. Just to be safe, I shielded there, just to be safe. Now let's see if they shield this one. And I can tank another Stone Edge comfortably still. So I go for the dig. This is not gonna knock them out. So I tank this Stone Edge. That was the CMP there. And let's just build up to the almost double. Double Aerialist, not almost double Aerialist, and then throw the Aerialist. And yep, they don't shield it. Now let's just go for the dig when they come in with their Skarmory. It doesn't matter how much energy they farm. We got Lantern. And yet they obviously will farm us all the way down. Will not reach to the Aerialist. Let's come with our Lantern. And they've got Mud Boy. And as soon as they see our Mandibuzz, they surrender. GG's. Moving on to another battle. It's going to be Altaria. Now, this matchup is actually favorable for Altaria. Even though we are electric and they're flying, they're also dragons, so electric moves are going to be only neutral. They play very safe there. Look at how much damage those dragon breaths are doing against our Lantern. And this is enough for Moonblast, so I shield. That was the Moonblast. Let's just push for another Thunderbolt here. Now they can easily tank this Thunderbolt. Now this team is weak against Altaria, right? And Alolan Sandslash. This team is not weak. It's neutral but favorable for Altaria. And this team is also weak against Alolan Sandslash. So I come in with a Mandibuzz. It can tank those Dragon Breaths pretty easily. It is bulky Pokemon, so I'll get to the Aerialist quickly as well, and then come in with my Mandibuzz. And they come in with the Registeel. Now this is tough for us. I come in with my Gligar after I see this Registeel. Now what they want to do is they want to Zap Cannon and hope for the attack debuff on my Gligar, and they got the attack debuff on my Gligar. They were successful there. Now they can easily tank this dig. Let's see what they've got at the back, and they've got a Lantern at the back. So now what I do here is I need to throw the energy for the timer to go out and then come in with my Mandibuzz. Now my aim is to catch the Surf in my Mandibuzz and throw some Dark Pulses or Aerialists to make this in dig range. Now I don't throw my energy. I just overfarm by a bit and then catch the Surf. I was successful on catching the Surf there. And let's just go for the Dark Pulses. And they need to go for the move. Mandibuzz is so bulky. Now all we need to do after this Dark Pulse is land one dig against Lantern, land one dig against Registeel. So they come in with the Registeel now. I throw this Dark Pulse and they banked Surf in their Lantern, which is not going to matter if I have the enough energy to take out both these Pokemons, because I'm gonna win the CMP against that Lantern with my Gligar. So I just need to build up to the double and then throw the dig to knock this Registeel out and another one to knock their Lantern out. The Lantern has got Surf banked, so we throw the dig and we take the victory here. This is going to be enough against that Lantern from that range, and this was the only way of winning that battle. Moving on to another one, it's going to be Bastiodon. And they bring in their Wigglytuff. So now recognize this was the toxic team. So I don't swap because they've got Victory Bell at the back, right? So I would want my Lantern here and Gligar against that Bastiodon and Mandibuzz against that Victory Bell. So this is the back side. This is the the bad effect of negative side of running probable, like guessable team. Because I knew what they got and they didn't even shield there. And let's just go. We want the switch here. After they come in with the Bastiodon, I don't swap. I let my Lantern die, throwing double Surf, right? Because I want my Gligar against this Bastiodon and Mandibuzz against that Victory Bell. because the whole world knows what they've got at the back. It's gonna be Shadow Victreebel, and I let my Lantern die, and I come in with my Gligar, and they come in with their Victreebel. I come in with my Mandibuzz now. This is very good, very good. I overfarm by a bit. Now this is enough for just the Leaf Blade, and they throw the Leaf Blade there, which is gonna do nothing. And I got a lot of energy, so this Aerialist might knock them out if this goes unshielded. They actually shield it, and there's like if they didn't shield that, but still I would have like won, because I can tank one Stone Age from that Bastiodon against my Gligar very easily. This Aerialist is actually not actually gonna kill, so I undercharge there and let them throw the energy. I undercharge, let them throw the energy, snipe with my Gligar, and Leaf Blade doesn't knock me out, and I get one wing attack worth of energy, and I still got shield, and they surrender. GG's. Moving on to another battle, very bad lead for us. I come in with my Gligar, and they come in with their Empoleon Shadow. Let's just go for the dig. They need to shield this, right? This is gonna do a lot of damage if unshielded, and they shield it. So what I do here is just hit me as soon as you can, man. Hit me with the move, and I'm gonna come in with my Lantern. Don't shield any of the move from against this Empoleon in my Lantern farm. A lot of energy, completely farm them down. That's what I'm gonna do. Whenever I see opportunity to farm some energy, it doesn't matter if I go 100 over. But I'm just kidding. It's not always the same. Hydro Cannon, I mean, that did a lot of damage coming from a Shadow Empoleon. And yep, I'm gonna farm them down. They're not gonna be able to reach to another move there, and they'll definitely come in with their Shadow Whiscash. So I'll be coming with my Mandibuzz as soon as I see that typing on that above that name, and they kind of stay and want to throw the Skull and Ice Shield. Let's play safe, right? And let's just go for these Dark Pulses, which is gonna do quite a bit of damage. And they're staying in, so what I'm gonna do is they're weak against Mandibuzz. I recognize that, so I'm gonna shield the Skulls. Coming from Shadow Whiscash, Scald is gonna be the stab neutral move there, and I did good there, shielding both the Skulls, because those were the hardest hitting move compared to non-Shadow Gligar's Aerialist. So I shielded the correct moves there. So what I do here is just bank the Dark Pulses, and their Whiscash is in double Surf range. 2 Surfs can take them out. So what I do is I just play safe. I don't try to do like something over. Just go for these Dark Pulses, and after this Dark Pulse might not knock them out, so I just go for the Aerialist, and they actually shield it, and so I finally got the shield. So they went for the dig. They just did that because it was like Mandibuzz, bulky beast, and I didn't even throw the Aerialist there. It's gonna be double Surf against this Whiscash. Their Whiscash threw double Scald against our Mandibuzz, so they don't have energy. I just don't try to farm them down either. Let's play safe, and that Gligar is in 1 Spark range, and we take the victory there. GG's. Moving on to another battle, it's gonna be Lickitung against our Lantern. So whenever I see these Lickitungs, I swap, and they made the wrong click there. I was kind of lucky there, they made the wrong click. But what happens is, I think I remember this game. I think they have Gligar at the back, so they didn't have real answer against Gligar. So I just invested a shield just to be safe there if they had Ice Punch. And in fact, they did 6 counters and then went for the Night Slash. So it was the Shadow Gligar. I just go for the CMP here, farm, doing as much fast move damage before I reach the Aerialist. And let's just go for the Aerialist here, and I can still go for more wing attacks before I go to the Aerialist. Now, this is gonna be good because I've got Mandibuzz, they've got Lickitung. Mandibuzz is a very good matchup against that Lickitung, and I'm gonna do a lot of damage with this Aerialist, and I took the shield as well. So I'm just gonna come in with my Mandibuzz, and they thought I'll come in with my Lantern, and they hit the dig. Look at that. And yep, they see Mandibuzz, they surrender. GG's. Moving on to another battle. It's gonna be good lead. and it's gonna be Azumarill. Alright, Azumarill, they come in with their Charge Bug, and I come in with my Gligar, banking one Surf there. I was kind of late coming to the battlefield here, so I'm definitely gonna win this matchup because Gligar is such a favorable matchup against Charge Bug. These Executions are not doing anything, so let them hit one more and they actually win the CMP against our rank 1 Gligar there. I'm sorry, Lanturn's IVs are mistake there. Those are not the real IVs, and Mandibuzz and Gligar IVs are exact same that I'm using, but Lanturn's IV I guess I forgot to change. So they're coming back with their Azumarill, and I'll give that IVs in the comments or in the description for Lanturn. These are the incorrect IVs. So they come in with their okay, it's gonna be Vigoroth. So the only possibility would be landing. The only possibility for them to win would be landing 2 Rock Slides. Right, so I shield here, and it was the Body Slam. And whenever it's Mandibuzz against Vigoroth, like, it's not that favorable for Vigoroth because Mandibuzz is too much bulky. Yeah, let's just go for these. And they didn't shield. Actually, I went for the bait, so I went for another Aerial Ace as soon as I reached there. And I got a shield there. So what I do here is I don't shield the Body Slam, and then it's just I didn't reach to the Aerial Ace. That's kind of sad, but it really doesn't matter. I'm gonna shield this Rock Slide. This is enough for the Rock Slide, and I just go for the double Thunderbolts because one clear off is not gonna be enough from that Azumarill against our Lanturn. I'll reach to another one, and even if they reach to the clear off, it's not gonna be enough, and we take the victory here. GG's. Moving on to another battle, it's going to be a fantastic lead for us. The best lead and the best counter swap. And I like stop tapping there. Okay, after this, I think I stop tapping. So it's kind of, I don't know what it is, but I stop tapping there. What I do here is, yeah, just don't shield, and I stop tapping, and they also surrender. GG's. Moving on to another battle. It's gonna be another good lead against this Tentacruel. They're just staying in, so they might have another water or a flyer at the back. So this is like, alright, there's gonna be Acid Spray. And they come in with their Ferrothorn. Now I'm coming with my Gligar. Now in this matchup I need to invest a shield. So I go for the first, I shield the first move here. And yeah, let's just go for the Aerial Aces. But I have to make sure I have to do it in a very good timing. So I go for the CMP for the first one. The best timing for Aerial Ace would be from wing attacks to their bullet seed after 3, 2 and 3 now. So this way they will not sneak any of the move. So I can reach to another Aerial Ace before they reach to the Power Whip, and if they don't shield, we regain the switch here. And they've got Giratina, so we got Mandibuzz. It's kind of over already. We reach to the dig, they don't let us throw the dig, and they go for the Ominous Wind here. Definitely I'll bring in my Mandibuzz, and it's kind of over for them. So it's gonna be a Lanturn against their Tentacruel, and this was like very good, very good. My opponent was also very hard countered here. I'm gonna shield. If this Skull lands, that does a lot of damage. So I shield there, and they surrender. And that is it, guys. Mandibuzz is going to be strong for next season as well. I hope you like this content, Mandibuzz for the Open Great League. And yep, if you like the content, then hit the thumbs up, and please do subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. Thank you so much, guys.